All right, Mary Wollstonecraft. Okay, Wollstonecraft is an Enlightenment thinker. She's a woman, and she is going to be kind of unique in that regard because not a lot of women were speaking out at this time period. She's kind of really the first that comes and does this. She argued that women had not been included in the Enlightenment. So all these Enlightenment thinkers that were learning about are men. She feels that this is wrong and that women should have the exact same rights as men, and that she feels that they're excluded from this social contract theory that all these other philosophers have come up with. She's like, women aren't a part of this. This is wrong. This can't be the way. Often she is met with scorn. Okay, people are not really very happy with her because she's challenging the status quo. You've got a lot of powerful men who are in authority and in charge at this time period. She comes in and basically says, you know what, this isn't right, and they're threatened by that, and as a result of this, she's kind of challenged a number of different times on her beliefs. Wollstonecraft was a feminist, and a feminist is simply someone who believes in equal rights for women, that women and men should be equal in their rights and have the same kind of ability to do things that they want to do in this world. Okay, that's kind of what a feminist is. This is exactly what Mary Wollstonecraft believes. Additionally, she's going to publish a book and write all this information in her book called The Vindication of the Rights of Women, published in 1792. And in this book, she talks about, one, her belief that women should be treated equal as men. She also talks about her belief that education should be equal for both girls and for boys. The reasoning for this is it allows for both men and women to be equal in the public life. Her belief is that you cannot partake in public life, civic duty, and politics if you don't have an education. And at this time period, schooling is really based solely on the men. So if we can base this on everyone, men and women, women can be equal in the public sphere. Women can have some influence on government as well. She did state, however, that a woman's first duty was to be a good mother. That more important than anything, it is the role of raising children, and that being a good mother is the most important thing, according to Mary Wollstonecraft. Additionally, though, she believed that a woman could come to decide what is best for her without her husband's influence. If a woman wanted to go somewhere and it was best for her, she believed a woman could do that without getting permission from her husband or her husband telling her what to do. She thinks that, yes, it is important for me as a woman to be respectful and to be a good mother. However, I don't need you telling me how to live my life, to her husband. Again, this is going to cause some pushback by a number of people, but this is what she believed. Now, next we're going to talk about is one of my personal favorites, Niccolo Machiavelli. Okay, he comes from Italy. He's not actually an Enlightenment thinker. However, you need to know who Machiavelli is because he is the founder of political science, which is simply the study of politics and government. What we're talking about right now with these Enlightenment thinkers is politics and government. If it were not for Machiavelli, none of these men and Mary Wollstonecraft, woman, would be able to really be doing what they're doing. So Machiavelli is super important. He is going to write a book that's called The Prince. And The Prince is simply a how-to guide for leaders. The thing about Machiavelli is he really didn't care how people felt about him as long as he was effective and long as he was a strong leader. Number of quotes by Machiavelli which really go to sum up what he wrote about in The Prince and what he believes is, number one, it is better to be feared than loved. It doesn't matter if people love you, if they are afraid of you, you have power, you are in control. That is what Machiavelli believed. Number two, politics have no relation to morals. Okay, Machiavelli does not really have this belief in morals, okay? It's like, do what you need to do to be successful, make sure it's done, and if that doesn't happen, that's not being good politics. You need to have success in politics. Number three, he says, if an injury has to be done to a man, it should be so severe that vengeance need not be feared. So basically, if you're gonna have to hurt a person, hurt them so bad they cannot hurt you back, be this physically or even if it is like emotionally in the political sphere. That is Machiavelli. Any questions, contact me. Otherwise, have a great rest of your day. Talk to you later.